Very good evening. How are you all? I am Chef Bharat. Today I will be showing you how to make a dish from Lucknow or from Awadh, the land of Awadh, that is known as paneer. I am showing you in the white gravy paneer pasanda. I have some Amul paneer with me. I have just cut square slices and I have given it a slit from between. And first of all, I would like to thank Amul. And Amul is a very old brand and a trusted brand and a very rich brand. Since our childhood, we are seeing only Amul, and nothing is as compared. No other dairy product can be compared with Amul, because Amul is in our system. It is a trusted brand, trusted dairy product. They care about their animals. From the milk they are sourcing from, very big brand in Kheda, started the white revolution in India. So, and Amul is motivating all chefs. Plus, chefs have a trust in Amul. It is a blind trust with Amul. So, they have given us this opportunity to show you. So, I will be showing you two dishes. One is paneer pasanda in white gravy, and I will be showing you the fusion of spinach ravioli. I will stuff it with Amul's this cheese. I have both mozzarella and the cheddar cheese. I will stuff it with this cheese and show you some fusion cooking about the spinach ravioli. This is a whole wheat dough I have needed. So I'll be showing you this in the second step. And for the white gravy and for the stuffing of the paneer pasanda, I have prepared the filling of paneer pasanda. This is Amul Milk's khoya I have made at home only. Lovely product. Half liter Amul milk, and I got around 70-80 grams of khoya, which is very good yield. If you want to make the khoya from 1 liter milk, you will get around 200 to 250 grams of khoya. 200 is the guarantee khoya you will get from Amul's 1 liter full cream milk. So I have made this stuffing ready. For this stuffing, I have chopped very finely these blanched almonds, and I have the pistachios with me. I have chopped them and mixed it in the khoya, and I have this kesar which I have soaked in the milk, which I will be adding in this to give it a color basically, and to make it a very rich dish, because the land of Nawabs, that is Lucknow, I passed out from IHM Lucknow there, and plus it is the land of Nawabs, Awadh cuisine. It's all famous for its richness, and Amul will boost this richness with me today. So I have made this stuffing with the mawa. I have the mawa in it, and then I have added the chopped almonds, blanched almonds, and the blanched pistachios in it. So you can see okay. Now I will be stuffing it with this, and to lock this, I have made a slurry of some flour, maida, and some corn flour with water. A thick batter I have made like this. This is known as a slurry. I will stuff this paneer with the mawa, and I will lock this by dipping not the full slice, full cubes of the cottage cheese. I will just lock the edges, and I will deep fry it. And why I have added a little bit of haldi in it, turmeric, just to give it a white gravy and a yellow just to have a color on this. And I have used around 150 grams of paneer in it. Okay, now I'll show you the base of my white white gravy which I'll be making. This here you can see this this you can see I have boiled onions, garlic, ginger and some green chilies to it. I boiled it in the water till the onions are almost done. I have cooled it off, strained the excess liquid, and added some milk, and I have blended into a puree. And this is the nut paste. I have in this blanched almonds, soaked cashew nuts, some khaskhas in it, and a little mawa also. And again, I have blended it into a nut paste, which will this will give the sweetness to our gravy and the thickness along with that. Because this white gravy is little mild, it is not that spicy. And for the garnish, we have the kesar soaked, and plus we will make some little bit of red chili oil just for the garnish. So I'll start the first step. I will stuff the cottage cheese in it. Paneer pasanda I am making, paneer pasanda. I will add some more of the kesar in it just to make it a little pliable, because we can't have it too thick mixture in it.
How much quantity everybody has quantity of everything?
Yeah, for the I'm sorry, I didn't mention the quantity. To make the white gravy, I have taken 4 onions, 4 medium-sized onions, few pods of garlic, 1 inch piece of ginger, and 2 green chilies in it. Boiled it all together. For the white gravy and as I told you, it is a rich gravy, and from our white gravy, we have to strain. We don't use all the paste, we use the flavors. We have boiled this together, and I have strained this the onion puree. I have strained it. See, it is a very smooth gravy. Yeah, basically we are making at home. So just to show you, for the demo, I have more paneer, and for the plating also, I have these 4 slices. This is around maybe 150 or 125 grams. And first of all, in the Indian cuisine, nothing is we can't measure each and every quantity, because for the richness, and just for the demo, I have just 4 or 5 slices, because we have to see the time constraint also. And to begin with, I will stuff this with the khoya mixture in it. And when you stuff it, don't you don't fill it till the edges. You have to fill just appropriate, and between your fingers you have to just press it a little bit, and something will come out. Some mixture will come out. You have to take it with a butter knife and keep it here. And why I have kept the paneer slices, I have already sliced it earlier, because cottage cheese has a tendency to leave some moisture. So by the time we will use it, we don't have that excess moisture in it. So our paneer pasandas are stuffed. Now we will take a pan. We heat some oil. You can stuff the paneer and keep it beforehand. Any question? You need to look at how cheese stuff. Watch this yummy appetizing recipe. Can you heat the stuffing in it? Use the stuffing mixture on the camera properly. Okay, now I will repeat what I am making. I am making paneer white gravy pasanda. This is known as paneer pasanda, and the stuffing I made is of khoya. This is khoya, chopped almonds, chopped pistachios, and I have added some saffron in it, which was soaked in milk, just to give it a color also, saffron flavor also, and to make it a little pliable, so that we can stuff in the cottage cheese. We can't have it too coarse mixture. We have to make it like a cream, like a cream cheese or cream, because we have to fry it. And in the Awadhi cuisine, all the things are smooth, all the gravies are smooth. We in the Awadhi cuisine, it is not appreciated to have all the whole spices, any cardamom, to when we have a dish that should come in our mouth. All the gravies are infused with these spices and strained. Any questions?
Quantities, please.
Yeah, and the quantity to make the gravy is, we have taken 4 medium-sized onions. You can take 3. It depends on you, because onions will give the body to the white gravy. And to make the nut paste, I have taken 20 grams of cashew nuts, 1 tablespoon of khaskhas, 2 tablespoons of 25 grams of blanched almonds. I have soaked it in the warm water with the help of the milk, and I have added the amul khoya in it, and I have made it a nut paste and strained this paste alongside. So we should have a smooth gravy. And the basic spices we need for the white gravy is, we need the salt, we need the white pepper. I didn't have the white pepper, so I am using the crushed pepper, black pepper, and cardamom powder, green elaichi powder. the recipe.
You make your recipe now. Good slow now.
Khoya, pista, almond, kesar, soy milk. Yes. Just join.
Now you can
No, we in the khoya mixture we will not add any salt in it, because we have the salt in the gravy, and we are not supposed to add the salt always in the stuffing. We have not added any salt. It's up to you. The rule is we don't add salt, because we have to make it rich, little sweet, because almonds will make it sweet, mawa will make it sweet, and we have the spices infused in this white gravy which we have strained. The oil is also hot. Now we will fry this. Miss Lopez, yes, 4 onions, 3 onions, 2 onions, it's all up to you. How thick gravy you want, how thin gravy you want. Onions are always sweet. When we caramelize onion, fry onions, we get the sweetness of onions. We are boiling onion, we will get the sweet taste. It's up to you, man, how much onion you want and how much nut paste you want. It's up to you. We are making it we have a rich brand, we are making a rich dish. Now our oil is hot. Now we will seal the edges and fry our paneer pasandas. We will fry. See, we have made a slit. We have 3 sides open. We will just cover this 3 sides and dip it in the oil. And you have to keep the slurry a little thick. It is up to you. If in the flour, this batter, do you want to add turmeric? It's all up to you. You want it white, you can keep it white. Generally, I am doing it to give it a yellow and white color combination to it. And we can take our paneer pieces out. And don't want to overdo the paneer. we just keep the paneer out quickly just to seal the edges. We seal the edges here. And our yeah, I am frying. You can fry, you can shallow fry also, but I have fried the paneer slices, the paneer pasandas. I have fried it.
Is it the besan atta in which you are dipping the paneer?
No, I have not added besan. This is a flour batter, flour and a corn flour slurry. One teaspoon of flour, 1 teaspoon of corn flour, and I have made a thick slurry of water. You can see I have a thick slurry of water.
Can there be any substitute for this?
You can use besan. No, you can use besan. Our main point is we have to seal the edges of the paneer where we have stuffed the khoya. We don't want our khoya to come in the oil when we are frying. So this helps to give, it seals the edges of the paneer stuffings what we have inside.
Why don't we dip whole pasanda in the batter?
You can dip. I have not dipped it because I want to give a combination, white and yellow combination to the dish. And I have the saffron soak, and I will make a red chili oil also just to have a garnish.
If somebody didn't get that khoya, what can it use?
Khoya is very easy to make. Take Amul milk, 1 liter milk or half a liter milk, full cream milk. Boil it. When it comes to the 1/4 of its quantity, it will thicken on its own, and you will get a khoya. As I told you, from 1 liter of Amul full cream milk, you will get 200 grams of the mawa you will get. And when you will take a cow milk of Amul cow milk, when you will use it for chhena, you will get 200 to 250 grams of milk solid. Milk solid is the milk product. When you use the full cream milk, which has 6.5% fat in Amul, that is, you can make out of it, when you curdle it, you will get paneer. And similarly, when you boil the cow milk of Amul, it has a lesser quantity of fat. That is used for making chhena, your rasmalai, rasgulla, Bengali sweets. Quantity of the yield will be the same because it has the fat content less. Here we have 6% or more of the fat content in the Amul milk.
Let's say, can we replace khoya with cheese?
Yeah, obviously you can, because I am making one more dish. I have used the whole wheat spinach dough, and I will do the ravioli for you in this. So let's start the white gravy. I have a saucepan here ready, and I will use this Amul ghee in it. Because it is a rich dish, we'll use the ghee in it. I will not add any whole spices in it. I will not add any whole spices in it, because already I have, while boiling my onion, green chili, ginger garlic, I have infused all the whole spices, small cardamom, cloves, I have everything I have infused in it and strained in it. I will not add anything else. I will just straight away show you how to make the white gravy. Now we will add this onion mixture to it. Any questions?
Khoya can be made with milk powder?
Yeah, you can make from milk powder. It can be made. If you take around like 500 grams of the Amul milk powder, you add around 250 ml of water. You can add water. Water depends on you. If you add more water, don't worry. You still will get khoya. You have to boil it more. You have to. It will take some more time. You have to boil it more. It will get reduced on its own. It's just the matter of time. If you add less water, you will get the khoya very quickly. And to make it without onion and garlic, white gravy, you can still make. You have your basic nut paste. We have cashew nut, almonds, khaskhas and khoya. This is the basic. Then you can use the curd in it. Amul curd you take, and you can still you will get the wonderful white gravy. And why all the chefs take Amul cream? The secret of Amul is it has a 25% of milk fat. This is the cream which is trusted all over the world. Pan India it is trusted, a big brand, and no cream. And this cream is milk from, it is a fat cream, less fat cream. It will not turn into ghee when we will cook in the gravies. Plus this gravy helps to thicken or thinning the our gravy. If your gravy is thin, we use Amul cream, because we don't add water. When we are making such rich dishes, water is not used. We don't recommend water. We either use milk is our water and cream is we use it as a water. Here also I have not used water in it. Just for the boiling, I have strained the water, then added half a cup of milk, and then I have blended into a puree. I will finish this gravy in the last with this cream and the red chili oil, little bit of oil for the garnish, and the saffron milk for the garnish. Now our gravy is almost, this is onion is cooked, this boiled onion. We will just cook this gravy. Any question?
When to put the curd in this? Are you putting curd in this?
No, now I'm not using any curd, because I have made ample amount of nut. I don't like to use curd when we are making such a rich gravy, because curd has a sour culture. Curd is little sour. The culture of the curd is little sour. So while because we are making a rich dish and we want our taste to be a little sweet, on the sweet side, we will not add curd in it, because already we have added onion. A lovely white gravy is here with us. The color is white and onion is sweet also. We want it is a rich gravy basically.
For cashew paste, khaskhas and cashew are dipped in water.
Yeah, you just take a little warm water, soak the cashew nuts, khaskhas, and mind you, khaskhas should be clean. Whenever you are buying from any store, make sure the khaskhas is clean and packed. Because if you take any from any local store, it is not clean. It is expensive also. So then, and when you wash the khaskhas, you will lose most of the part of the khaskhas. So it's better to buy the expensive but the cleaned khaskhas from any big store.
Can this gravy be made without nuts?
Yeah, you can make it if you want. Don't add nuts. but it is a white gravy, so we need the base for it. Otherwise you will add, you have the onion and you have the curd, then you can make it with the curd. Any question?
Please come on.
You have to cook it on a slow flame. Now we will add our nut paste in it.
What about avoiding poppy seeds?
Yes, you can avoid poppy seed, no problem. Basically, we want there should be a body in our gravy. We have lot of cashew nuts. Cashew nut will give the body to our gravy.
What else spices are added in the gravy?
In the spices, we will add salt, pepper, cardamom powder. These are the 3 spices, sweet spices we add. Cardamom powder, plus I have crushed some saunf in it.
Can this gravy be used for any other dishes?
Yeah, you can use for kofta, malai kofta. You can cook your chicken in it, malai chicken, mutton chicken. This is the base. This gravy is the base for korma also. Murg jahangiri, ghost jahangiri, paneer jahangiri. For the jahangiri, this is the basic nut paste. We will add the saffron milk in it. It will turn yellow, pale yellow. So jahangiri is your dish is ready, korma ready.
How much nut paste to add in this gravy, onion gravy? You have added how much?
I had 100 grams of nut paste, which I pureed it in the blender. It's up to you. You can use all. It depends on your how much sweet you want.
Half an hour soaking is sufficient for nuts?
Yes, sufficient in warm water.
How long to cook this gravy?
It's almost done. We will just add salt, pepper and this powder. It is almost done. Now we will add the cream in it just to finish it, and then in the end I will show you how to plate it. And for this gravy, when you will cook it, it is of a good consistency. Moment when it gets cold, it will get thick on its own, because we have nuts in it, nut paste in it. It will get thick on its own. Our gravy is almost done. If you want to add some more, we'll add some more, no problem. Now we will add our spices. We'll add some salt in it. It totally depends on you, how much you want. White pepper, but I don't have the white pepper. I am using some crushed peppers. Black pepper and powder, I am using it. You can have white pepper only in it. And the cardamom powder and some fennel powder mixed to it.
What are the signs that the gravy is cooked?
Now the sign of the gravy is cooked is it will not have the oil floating on it. Why? Because it is a science. Because onions are sweet, it becomes starchy when we cook, and it stops the oil to come on its surface. But we have all the things cooked earlier. We have boiled the onion, we have soaked our nuts are soaked and soft. It will how much long you cook, it will not, the ghee will not come onto the surface, because our onion is sweet, and sweetness stops the oil to come on the surface of the gravy. Now our gravy is almost done. Now we will add the Amul cream to finish it. You can add the khoya also. I have some khoya left with me. You can add that also in this. Lovely smell is coming. Now at this stage, now at this stage, you can add honey in it. Honey will give a rich sweetness to it. It's optional. You want to add honey because someone don't like to have more sweet gravy. You can opt honey. Otherwise, honey is always added. I am not adding honey here.
Can we use curd in this?
Yes, you can. Curd gives us the base of the gravy. Now we will add some cream in it. Now I'll tell you some history about this white gravy. Is why we are not using tomatoes, because it is a dish of Nawabs, and in the older times in the Indian cooking we were not using any tomatoes because tomatoes was not incorporated in our Mughlai cuisine or any Indian cuisine. The onions and the nut paste formed the base of the gravy.
How much cream you have used?
It is around 50 ml cream I have used. It depends on you. If we are finding it a little thick, we will add some more cream, but I will add some more cream in the end. And we will not add any more spice to it, any garam masala, because we have already infused all the garam masala sweet spices when we boiled the onion.
What is the dish name?
Paneer pasanda I am making from the land of Nawabs, that is Lucknow. Awadhi cuisine. This is Awadhi cuisine. And our gravy is almost ready. Now we will add some saffron in it if you want. I am adding some saffron to it. This is our gravy is ready. We will keep it aside for later. I will show you how to plate it. Now I will show you the spinach, whole wheat spinach ravioli. For this we need the Amul cheddar cheese we need. I am using the cheddar cheese because cheddar melts. I had the mozzarella also. Mozzarella has the elasticity. When it melts, it stretches. best for used in pizzas. This is little bit. I'll use the diced cheddar cheese. It will melt. And in this, I will. Cheese is always sweet, always salted. So you can check the how much salt is in the cheese. You want to add more salt, you can add. It's all up to you. I'll add some salt in it. Plus the black pepper. I have some oregano with me. I'll have some oregano in it. This is ginger garlic paste. I will use it in the sauce, and for the sauce, I will make a thin sauce. I will make out of tomato. I've added basil in it. I've cooked with basil. Pureed my boiled tomatoes and strained it. I have a smooth sauce in it. I will not use any flour, any white sauce. I will just use the Amul cream to make it. I don't recommend to use any flour for the dish, especially for the thickening agent. Now I have added in this. Now we will roll our dough here.
How much quantity of cheese you have used?
I have used around 60-70 grams. It's around 5 tablespoons. These spoons, there are 5-6 tablespoons in it. And this is the whole wheat dough. I have used the spinach puree in it. Again, spinach is green. It is very healthy. This is whole wheat flour, also very healthy. I have made a dough. I have added salt, black pepper, and just knead it to a soft dough. And I will not boil it. I will pan grill this pasta, this whole wheat raviolis, and I will cook the sauce and do it. First, I will start with the sauce. For the tomato sauce, basic sauce, I like the onion in it. I will saute some onion, ginger garlic paste, salt, pepper and oregano. That's it. By the time the sauce cooks, we will make our ravioli. I will add some Amul butter also in it. Ginger garlic paste in it. अब मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ कि हम थोड़ा सा फ्यूजन करेंगे. हम इसमें चॉप्ड अनियन डाल दिया हमने. option.
The onion gravy and the nut paste can be stored in freezer
Yes, you can freeze it
for how many days?
as long as you want. Unless and until we are adding water in it, the extra water. If you are adding water also, add a boiled water. Boil the gravy, give it a good boil. Because when we boil, all our bacteria will be destroyed. Cool it to a room temperature and then freeze it. Never put the warm gravy into a refrigerator or the freezer. It will spoil your refrigerator also and the gravy also. This I am making a basic tomato sauce. Basic tomato sauce. I pureed the tomatoes, just the tomato with some garlic, and I have added the ginger garlic paste. I am sauteing some onions to it. Just a basic tomato sauce, and I will use the cream in it. You can take the wheat flour for dusting. Do the thin dough.
What is the name of this dish?
This is whole wheat ravioli, spinach ravioli, stuffed with the cheddar cheese and the tomato sauce.
Speed up. Bolo na.
We have the dough ready. We have rolled the dough. Now we will keep the cheddar cheese in it.
Has oil or milk added to ravioli dough?
No, I have not added oil.
No milk also?
No, I have not added milk. I have just kneaded with the water because
Not water.
we are adding spinach puree. That is why we didn't use the milk in it. You can add milk just for the combination of the color. I didn't use milk in it. Now this much size you can have. Now we will keep our cheddar cheese here. You can apply some water. You can apply water here to all the sides. You can keep the cheese here. Now we will press from each side. We will get a ravioli. Again with the help of the knife. Cut it from the sides. And press it. Now with the help of the fork, again cut it from this side. Size, it all depends on you. How big ravioli you want. Make the markings with the help of the fork. It will seal the edges also and give it a look also. Ravioli is made with this also. You can do it like this and have it with the fork. Seal the edges with the fork and pan grill it. Now I will use a tawa here just to speed up the work. And I will thicken my sauce also. I will add my tomato puree in it. And why the consistency of my sauce, this tomato sauce is thin, I will give it a boil. It will get thickened little bit, and I am pan roasting it, pan grilling it. This whole wheat ravioli in it, spinach ravioli. We will dip this in it. You will get a thick sauce with it. We will add some oregano, add some salt.
How have you made this tomato sauce?
I have just boiled 4 tomatoes with the garlic. I have boiled the tomatoes, blended into a puree and strained it. I will thicken this sauce little bit. I have added black pepper, salt, oregano and basil. Indian basil means tulsi. If you don't have basil leaves, you can use your tulsi leaves in it. By the time our sauce is getting ready, we will pan grill our whole wheat raviolis. It's almost done. You can add oil or butter.
When is basil added to the puree?
When we just boiled our tomatoes, I added that time only. I took out the leaves of the basil leaves and then pureed my this. This is very basic. If you don't have too much of ingredients to it, this is a basic tomato sauce. You can have it with any kind of pasta. You can have it. And dairy products are natural to use because our sauce is almost done and our whole wheat raviolis are also done. We will dip it in the sauce here. Our sauce is also ready. We will pour this here. This is a wholesome meal for children also. You have everything healthy in it. Garnish it with some oregano. Your whole wheat ravioli is done. Now I'll show you the plating of the paneer pasanda. Now as you see, the white gravy is thickened. Yeah, basil gives a different taste to it. Now our gravy is little thick. We will add some cream to it to get our consistency appropriate for plating. Now we will place our cottage cheese here, the stuffed pasanda pieces. And we will pour our gravy here. Now I will show you the garnish of this. Pasanda is here. We will use some. We will make a quick red chili oil. We take some ghee, Amul ghee we will use. Heat some oil in it, and we will not use red chili powder. We will use Kashmiri mirch or degi mirch. Now we will use the degi mirch. Degi mirch gives the color, not the hotness to the dish. Now our chili oil is ready. Here we have the chopped nuts. We'll garnish it with chopped nuts, pistachios and the almonds. Now at one side we will use the saffron milk here just to give it a color, and the red chili oil or a ghee, give it a color. We have a lovely coriander. Your paneer pasanda and whole wheat ravioli with basic tomato sauce, and in the white gravy paneer pasanda is ready. Any questions? I will update it in my comment section. And you can also add cream. It's all optional. I am not adding. You can add some cream for garnish, or in the sauce you can add. Any questions? If you have any questions, I will definitely answer in the comments in the comment section. Thank you so much.
How about just garnishing with fresh chopped coriander and some saffron instead of chili ghee?
Yeah. See, it is all up to you. We are using it to give it a. This is Kashmiri mirch. This is known as rogan. We add rogan just to give it a color to the, just to have a good color combination to the gravy. And the saffron is milk soaked saffron. It gives the richness to the gravy. It's basically the, when we serve it to the guest or in the banquets, it's all of a eye appeal. Any more questions? I will answer it in the.
Will you share the recipe on the comment section?
Yeah, I will share the recipe basically. For any Indian cuisine, if you are using onions, always caramelized onion, fry onion, except for the white gravy. In all other Indian cuisine, in any other meat cuisine, Awadhi cuisine, Hyderabadi cuisine, Mughlai cuisine, onion is always caramelized, fried at a different stages. Your dish has the color of the onion. And thank you, Amul, for motivating us. And I would especially like to thank Amul as you can see, I am associated with Indian Culinary Forum India as executive member and the member of the organizing committee. We every year we do chef awards, pan India. Chefs come to compete with their own dishes and skills. We give them awards. So this time it's a lockdown. We will try to have these chef awards. And once again, thank Amul. They support ICF during the chef awards. That is the biggest honor ICF can have with Amul. Thank you so much.